Hi, I'm Sabrina Register. Welcome to Comcast Newsmakers. We are in Vancouver, Washington today for the Association of Washington Cities and its annual convention. And joining me right now is Councilmember Donna Wright, who is with the City of Marysville. Donna, thanks so much for coming on the program.
Well, thank you for having me.
Yeah, you bet. It's a pleasure to meet you.
Yeah.
Talk a little bit about Marysville. For folks who don't know where Marysville is, tell us where it's located and about how many people call it home.
Marysville is on the I-5 corridor. We're just north of Everett, and so halfway between Seattle and the Canadian border.
Okay, and as you said, located right off of I-5.
Correct.
So you take that exit and you're literally right in Marysville. What are some of the events or things taking place that really gives Marysville, a sense of community?
Well, it is a sense of community because a lot of community, our leaders, our businesses and our citizens are involved. We just finished with the Marysville Strawberry Festival, and then prior to that we had our Clean Sweep Week.
And what is Clean Sweep Week?
That is hard to say, isn't it?
It's a tongue twister.
But that is where to help our citizens and our community take pride in our community and clean it up. And so our city employees, service groups, youth groups, churches, and
so just about anybody who wants to join and help Marysville looking great can take part in Clean Sweep Week.
We started with our graffiti paint out, so the groups of people gathered their paintbrushes and painted where graffiti had painted over graffitis to clean that up. Our public works people went down alleys and junk and things that were along there, picked that up. One church, the Marysville First Assembly, had over a dozen of the huge dumpsters, and they called so that people could bring their appliances and electronics and the furniture, big things that you can't just put out for your garbage. And people, trucks lined up with personal ones, small ones, not great big ones, and then they could dump all that into the trash receptacles to be hauled away. And so that was a big event for that. And other things, the city had to prevent identity theft, the shred-a-thon. And so we had shredders, though. There again, truckloads and carloads of personal papers. Documents that could be shredded were put into those.
So a bunch of different little mini programs within Clean Sweep Week.
Correct, yeah.
And about how many volunteers took part?
I would say over hundreds, because we had different, like I said, the youth groups, the church groups, and even our city employees, which were great too, to help out with the vehicles. And they painted the street stripings to upgrade those, and the Parks Department then planted many plants so that we could, make it pretty. So
Clean Sweep Week, that's a lot to do in just 1 week. Yep. Is it really just 1 week, as the name makes it sound?
We had those major events like the paint out and the things like that were done, yes, in the 1 week.
In the 1 week, so that's a pretty big undertaking.
That's why it takes a lot of people.
Is this something that you see the city doing every year, people taking part in?
I think so, because parts of it had been going on for several years before that, but that's why when we consolidated it all to make it one big event that, that make it a little more community activity.
And Donna, we're almost out of time, but obviously it's very important to keep your city looking its best. But what does it mean for you as a council member to see all the people out there taking part, making Marysville look so nice?
Well, I think it just shows the pride in the community and how people work together, and just that it's a community that's very livable and a quality of life.
And keeping Marysville looking great, obviously, with all those people out there, it's really something they take great pride in.
Correct.
As you said, big sense of community in Marysville. Well, thanks so much for coming on the program and telling us about Clean Sweep Week.
Thank you.
It is a mouthful.
Thanks
again, Council Member. And thanks for watching Comcast Newsmakers. Headline news at the top and bottom of the hour. Hope you can stay with us.